Hello. Welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi if you're new here. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a pick a card reading with the Dolphin spirit animal. And it's what joy is about to be entering your life next. And Spirit is saying sooner than you think. So there's going to be joy entering your life sooner than you think. So we're going to delve into the piles. Let me show you the cards. We're going to have 3 piles. So for pile 1, your card is water, emotional well-being with this dolphin here. And then for pile 2, you have Dolphin Atlantis, this card here. And then for pile 3, you have Happiness with these dolphins here. So you can pause if you need more time to feel which pile is calling out for you. But we are going to hop right into it. So for pile 1, let me show you the card again. It's number 7 as well. So the number 7 could be significant for you. Maybe you're born on this date, or maybe you've been seeing that angel number everywhere, like 777. But it's connected to spiritual enlightenment. With this pile here, you're about to be celebrating something to the point where you're going to be having so many emotions going on. You know, when you have those emotions and you're like feeling everything at once. So it's like, I'm seeing someone jump up and down. You're like, oh my God, yes, I've done it. And then you also like fall to your knees and you start crying. It's like you don't know which emotion you want to be feeling in that moment. But if you do fall to your knees and cry, that's going to be those happy tears. That's what's coming through there. But you're going to be celebrating and realizing you've actually done it. So whatever it is you've been working towards, this is about to take off for you. For a lot of you, this could be to do with your own business, because I'm seeing CEO and I'm hearing clients. So I feel like you're about to be pulling in a lot more clients into your business. For others of you, you've been working at your 9 to 5 and you've been trying to move up. You've been taken on tasks as well that aren't necessarily connected to your job description, I'm getting for someone. And you are being watched and they are noticing you and you are valued at your workplace. And you know this and you're about to get that promotion. I think your workplace are going to make a big deal about it for someone, because I'm seeing kind of like an office environment and they've got like cakes and stuff laid out on the side. So they really do value you. And this is going to be for someone, you know this and you feel this. This is like you go to work and you actually want to be there and your colleagues are also your friends. Like you would actually hang out with them outside of work. That's the energy that is coming through here. And for others of you, this is going to be conception of your spirit baby, because I'm staring at the fish on the card, but I'm kind of also seeing sperm. So you will be conceiving and your spirit baby will be joining you earth side. I'm also seeing somebody at the gym and you've been working on your physicality. But not only that, it's like you're also tapping into the quantum physics side of it. So you've been doing that energy healing work. And when you work through any baggage, any crap you've been holding on to, any repression, and particularly the energy of anger, because it's a very, very heavy one. When you work through these and you're putting this stuff out of you, this also helps you when you're on a weight loss journey, because it as a dropping the weight off yourself energetically, that's going to drop the weight off you on your physical as well. So I feel like you've been not just working on the physical, you've been doing everything and it shows. For a lot of you, you're about to be glowing. I'm also being shown clothes, like a clothing rack and a wardrobe. So maybe some of you guys are going to be getting a new wardrobe. You're going to be treating yourself to new clothes. And I feel that's going to bring someone a lot of joy, because you've been wearing the same old stuff. Because I'm being shown like socks or even like t-shirts that have like holes and stuff in them. So you're about to begin an upgrade when it comes to how you express yourself, particularly the clothes that you are wearing. Maybe some of you guys work in fashion as well. Like you could be a buyer. I heard buyer, so you could be a buyer. Let's get more into it. I'm going to get more messages from this deck here. Thank you. We have beacon shine on, exactly. As soon as I've seen this card, right, I'm being shown a scene. It looks like a sports day. But it's like you were starting off and no one was cheering for you. And you were kind of like running along and everybody else was running and they were getting people cheering them on. And they were getting this support, and it means that they were going faster and they were like charging ahead and reaching the finish line. And you were like, oh, no one's supporting me. You were looking around. But as you got closer and closer to the finish line, you then start to see your ancestors in your spiritual court who have been there the whole time. The start of the race, your whole life period. They have been there the whole time, supporting you, holding you at times and picking you up when you couldn't pick yourself up, when you didn't have the energy or the motivation anymore. They have been there. It's like you get closer to the finish line and the veil starts to drop and you see this, but you see this back when you first started. You start to realize, and this is also where all these emotions are coming. You're like, oh my God, God has always had me. My ancestors, my past over loved ones, they've always been there. They've always had me. And as you get closer and closer, you're like, fuck yeah. And you start charging, you get all this energy. So there's a support that is coming in as well. And it's an otherworldly support. support, because this is who you are. You have so much light. And this is what you need to remember. When you carry so much light, you will be psychically attacked more by the dark forces, but by other people in general who haven't healed, who haven't worked through their shit. Because they're looking at you and they're seeing this and they're seeing you glowing. They're like, oh, why you? Because you did the work. What do you mean? Whatever. But this is what is going on. You're realizing this. So it's like maybe in the past where people would try to throw digs at you, and maybe where people weren't supporting you, like family and friends that you really expected, you would have been like really down in the dumps. You're not caring anymore because of this otherworldly force. And with that, when you get to this finish line, you're going to be meeting more of your soul group, and they will be supporting you in the physical. You're going to have this support. It's also kind of making me want to like choke up. So I feel like this is also where you guys are going to be crying more like happy tears when you realize all along an otherworldly force has had your back. Very, very powerful. And you're also seeing your own light and where you've had your back. Where you've like climbed this mountain and there's like no steps. There was no other way around. So you climbed it and you did it. And it was all wet and it was all slippery, but you still got to the top and you did it. June is coming through as significant. I know it's past. So maybe you had like aha moments and realizations in June. Maybe that's when you realized who is actually like your real family and who is actually like your real friends, who you feel home around. Because this is what is happening with you, Part 1. You're coming home to who you're always supposed to be in this lifetime. You're coming home to your core. We have indigo, mystery and mastery of life. So you guys could feel very connected to being an indigo child. But you came here to break the chains, not only of yourself, but of your bloodline, of your ancestors. You have freed you and you have freed them. So you've really been working and standing in your authenticity and not being afraid when other people were kind of like, no. Kind of looking at you like you were alien, looking at you like you were weird and you were a bit too aloof and they didn't want to be around you. So maybe you felt like this, like a bit like an orphan, and you spent a lot of your life alone. And again, it's because you have so much light. And not only that, you are so focused on the Most High God, on your enlightenment, on reaching this state of peace and this bliss within yourself. That's your purpose. Your purpose is healing. Part of your purpose anyway. And a lot of you've done it. Some of you guys could be seeing a shooting star, or maybe dreaming of shooting stars, or maybe like when you go on social media, you're seeing like images, videos of shooting stars come up. That's you. It's like your ancestors wanting to remind you that's you. And you've healed them through healing you. It's very, very powerful. I feel like you've been doing so much when it comes to your spiritual journey. And this is the thing. Spirit is saying that's the right way. So when you start off that way, you kind of put yourself at a head start, even though you may be thinking that you're not, particularly in this time, because there's a wealth transfer going on. So you've been really working on yourself, connecting with your heart and your Christ consciousness, the spark of the Most High God that exists within you. You've been tapping into that, and now your blessings can come in. Now you've reached your destined timeline. Whereas other people were kind of doing it in the reverse, or they were more focused on the material world. That's fine. That's their path. But Spirit is saying that you've done it the right way. You've done life the right way, even though other people were looking down on you and kind of like questioning your life choices. And even to you sometimes, like the path you've been walking, it hasn't made sense. It hasn't made any logical sense. But it's about to. Review and reflection, time out needed. Again, they're pointing to this. Look at this moon. Look at this beautiful light. Look at this beautiful illumination. That's you. That's what you're realizing now. It's kind of got you in like, ow. It's like you're starstruck over yourself. Maybe you guys are about to be starstruck with what is coming in for you. And even when this is connected to the child that you are birthing, it's going to be a very, very special soul. And you're going to understand that spiritual truth. They chose you. They've been watching you all this time throughout your lifetime. And they choose to come through you. It's like God's most prized treasure. And they're choosing you as a parent. And that's reflective of who you are and the work you've been doing. I feel like you have a lot of white, like a lot of pure white light within your aura. Again, there's something about the clothes that you're going to be wearing that's going to be changing. Maybe you're going to just be wearing like a colour, a certain colour that maybe you didn't think suited your skin tone. It didn't really like call out to you. Now you're going to be like, why did I ever think that? Like, I look good. Then see someone look in the mirror, you're checking yourself out. So I feel like a lot of you guys as well, with this internal glow up, there's been a physical shift in how you look and how you want to look. Because you want to look more like your soul. You don't care anymore if people are going to be looking at you like you're a weirdo. I thought one had flipped over. What else for Pale One? We have transformation, light and dark. You are in union with yourself. And you understand and you see the world in a way that the majority of the population, because you'll be surprised. Yes, there's an awakening going on. We're in an ascension. But the majority of your population, they're still in this darkness. And they still kind of put their head down. They don't want to look at the truth. You're walking in balance. You're completely walking in balance. And you understand the roles that people play. I'm hearing Trump. So maybe something about President Trump that's significant to you. Or maybe you look at him and you're seeing the role that he is playing and why he is needed, why he was chosen to be president of the US right now. You see things other people don't see. So this could be like you keep up to date with politics, because I know a lot of people in the spiritual community, they don't even keep up to date. Like, I don't watch the news, but I like to know what's going on. You keep up to date, because you know that they always reveal their move. I'm being shown like a chessboard now. So you watch politics because they reveal their move. Not only that, they reveal their role and what their purpose is in this lifetime. And that helps you to understand and see the whole chessboard. That's what's coming through for somebody. Maybe some of you work in politics. Some of you could be journalists, like writers. But that's that confirmation, transformation. You have chosen to step and walk fully in your light. You have chosen to shine, and you don't care who it blinds anymore. We have a dimensional gateway and invitation. It's so powerful. You guys, you're at the finish line. You're at God's finish line. You're stepping into your destined timeline. Very powerful. And you know, sometimes you'll watch readings, but now you're actually going to see it. So maybe you've been watching a lot of readings and people have been saying this. You're like, yeah, I know. But you're actually going to see it with your physical eyes. And that's because you believed it first. You did that spiritual work first. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I believe it when I see it. No, you believed it before you saw it. That's why it's coming in. That's why God's giving you this. That's why God is putting this holy door right in front of your face, and it's about to open. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? It's like literally seeing the leprechaun and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's what is coming in for you guys. And you're going to be meeting other people like you, kindred spirits, souls who are made up of the same stuff, the similar blueprint to you, who are also going to be walking through this door. So you're going to have your family, you're going to have those friends who are going to be that support that you've always dreamt of and maybe you haven't had. Because I feel like you're someone who's kind of been trudging it on your own for a while. Or maybe you just spend a lot of time in isolation and in that hermit mode. So you'll be getting out of the house. And this is your ancestors in your spiritual court like kicking you like, come on, right, it's time. You're shining now. Get out of the house. Put yourself out there. Which is why I feel like some of you guys are going to be dressing differently. Because maybe you was always in the house. You wearing like loungewear. Like I'm wearing now. But when you leave the house, you're like, okay, I need to make an effort. Like, let's put a bit of makeup on. Let's just brush my hair. Do you know what I mean? Let's get braids, I heard, for someone. So maybe you're about to be getting your hair braided. What else for pile 1? We have Ishtar. Inner learnings follow your heart. Truth prevails. Yeah, the truth of who you are. Look at that glow. Look at that glow up that you guys are stepping into. It's coming through very, very, very soon. This is given like weeks. Maybe you're already seeing it. You're already seeing this. And you know that door's about to be open. It's almost like kind of like a cockiness. We're like, God, come on. Where's the door? Where's the door? And you can see and feel it coming. You can see this golden holy light. Maybe you're having dreams like a lot of doors. A lot of you guys could be having dreams where you literally are hearing the voice of God. You know, you have that dream where it's a narrator. There's a kind of coming from you, but it's not coming from you. It's outside of you. And it's powerful and it's above. You're going to be hearing the voice of God in the astral, in your dream state for a lot of you. And I feel like now when you're getting your codes and your downloads and the messages coming through, it's going to be the Most High God. And you know the difference from when it's your spiritual court or it's archangels, it's members, like light beings, ascended masters from your spiritual court. You know the difference from that and when it's the Most High God. And he's going to be coming through very, very clearly for a lot of you. For some of you, you're going to be, I heard, walking different. You're going to be walking different. It's because when you step into that confidence and you realize that you are valued and you really step into your purpose, right? It completely changes your whole aura. It gives you that source. It gives you that kind of like that godly, that divine source. That's how you're going to be walking now going forward with a lot more confidence. But not only that, your throat, it's like you've unlocked something that had your throat chakra in a chokehold. So you're going to be speaking differently. Maybe you're going to be writing differently. A lot of you could be scryers in terms of like automatic writing. So when you write, your higher self comes through. The Most High God comes through. And there could be people who've known you all your life who are looking at you like, what the fuck? Looking at you like you're a celebrity. Like, wait a minute. We started in the same place. How the hell did you get here? And you're like, don't worry about how I got here. It's like, what else, Spirit? Maybe some of you guys are going to be drawn to wearing like more gold, you know, like gold jewelry. You'll be able to as well. When you reach your destined timeline, obviously more opportunities to make money will be coming in. So you'll be able to treat yourself when it comes to this new wardrobe. When it comes to getting your hair done, wearing real gold jewelry. Kuan Yin. Enlightened action. Choose compassion. Move forward with grace. And it's because you also kept a light heart. You haven't allowed the abuse that you've endured, the trials and tribulations, all of that rejection and no. I'm getting a lot of rejection. You haven't allowed that to harden your heart. You kept blooming and blooming and blooming and blooming. And a lot of people around you were like, how the hell do they keep getting up? Because you're a child of God and you don't quit on yourself. You hold a lot of like empathy and compassion, not only for you, but you're someone who's able to put yourself in other people's shoes. Again, they're like pointing to politics. You see and you understand what's going on right now. You see all of the colours, and the colours particularly that aren't like seen by the human eye. You see these beautiful colours here. I feel like there's a lot going on within your aura right now. So don't be surprised that people are just stopping and staring at you. Particularly when you're entering a building. I'm seeing someone walking in to grab like a coffee or a tea. And everyone in like the cafe just kind of turns around the stairs all at the same time. I heard NPCs. This is like NPCs. Because they're seeing this holy light about you. And it triggers them because it makes them realise, oh, wait a minute. I don't glow like that. Why don't I glow like that? But then this is also meant to activate them. But there's a lot going on within your aura, these different colours. But mostly it's going to be this pure white light. And you see how she's cloaked, how she's covered. So you could be praying and asking the Most High God to cover you in his holy white light from your crown to your feet. Some of you guys could be seeing this lotus flower everywhere. One more card from this deck. No? What else do pile 1 need to hear right now? When it comes to the joy entering their life, we have a man holding a heart. This is love. And this is going to be romantic and platonic. This is going to be people who actually support you. They see who you are and you see who they are. There's a lot more mutual connections and beneficial on both sides that are going to be coming into your life. So maybe in the past, I'm hearing Breakaway. There's a song from the Princess Diaries. It's like a soundtrack of the Princess Diaries. Breakaway. Who's it by? Kelly Clarkson. That song's coming through as significant. But this is what you've been doing. Breaking away from those people. You weren't in alignment. You're meant to come together to wrap up some karmic debt and then you let it go. But sometimes as human beings, we don't understand this, that you had a soul's contract and it's come to an end with that person. So you kind of cling on, cling on, cling on. I'm hearing mine. So maybe you didn't want to let somebody go and you're like, no, they're mine, they're mine, they're mine. Maybe put a lot of investment into the relationship, whether this was a friend, a family member or a lover. I'm hearing husband. So for some of you, husband or wife. And you were like, mine. And then you realize, wait a minute, no, human beings, we don't own each other. You choose to walk into a commitment with someone and you choose to keep loving them every single day. But we don't own each other. And this is a truth that you woke up to. It really helps you to open your heart. Obviously, it hurt at first. For a lot of you, it was very, very crushing because I'm getting soul crushing. So you could have gone through a divorce, a separation that completely crushed you. It wasn't that. It was that version of you who you were with that person and in that era, in that time, that was dying. So you literally could have felt like at the time you were dying, like, oh, what am I going to do now? You had to rebuild yourself. That was the catalyst to trigger you into stepping into who you're always supposed to be, into this God or goddess energy, because you claim that divine spark of the Most High that exists within you. Could also be this person from your past looking at you like, what? Who is this person? Because you've changed that much. It's not just the caterpillar to a butterfly. It's like the caterpillar to the butterfly. And then the butterfly became a butterfly, was made out of pure, holy, golden light. And then people are like, what? I didn't even know that existed. What else, Spirit? We've got daughter romance at the bottom of the deck. So for a lot of you, you're going to be meeting the love of your life. The love of your life. What else? Thank you. We have Goddess of the Moon. Keep shining your light. You could feel like the moon is like calling to you right now, talking to you. Some of you guys could get a lot of messages and downloads from the moon. Because I'm seeing someone, it looks like you're writing a post. So maybe you've taken a photo of the moon and you're writing a post, like a message that you got from it intuitively. But this is also what is really rising with your glow up, is your intuitive nature, your psychic abilities. It's the fact that you are that high priest or that high priestess. You are that oracle. Because they're showing me the oracle from the Matrix. So you've broken out of the matrix. This is the joy that's coming into your life now. You have done it, because you could have been working at this for years. They want to get some messages from this deck here. We have Carnelian, energy, leadership, creativity. You can't make this stuff up. Maybe you've been working with this kind of crystal, but with this this crystal here, there's a lot of fire about you. You see the two flames. And it's like, this is you, and then this is your ancestors and your spiritual core, and then the Most High God is up here. So again, this is very powerful otherworldly protection. And it's now going to be leaking into the physical. So it's all good and well. Like, we know we're not alone. We have a spirit, we have ancestors, we have God who has our back. But it's nice to have that support in the physical. It's bleeding into the physical now. You're feeling it physically now. That you are protected, that you are loved. And this also means you're meeting more of your soul tribe. You're coming into connections with other people who are a pearl, who are a diamond, who are a rare jewel, gem like you. Some of you guys could practice candle magic, or maybe when you pray you light a candle, like a white candle, to your ancestors, to spirit. They usually do this to assist you with healing and along your spiritual path. Some of you guys could do candle magic to assist you in remembering your dreams, or assist you when it comes to the astral world. So maybe you're someone who astral projects, but you could have done this in the past, like it just happened. You couldn't control it. It's like now you have more control of when you have these out-of-body experiences. Some of you guys could work with crystal healing. We have buds, new beginnings, expansion. This is what is coming in for you. This beautiful new beginning. You're receiving your flowers. It's like you became that flower. The lotus flower is very significant for pile 1. It's like you bloomed and bloomed and bloomed and bloomed. Now you're receiving all of your flowers and your spiritual inheritance. But again, it's like it's overwhelming emotions within you, because your soul on the other side, when you wrote out your contract, you were like, right, I'm going to come here. This is my purpose. This is the role I'm going to play. I'm going to do it. But there's always a risk when you're coming to earth, when you're coming to this earthly realm, that you fall. You can fall even further from where you were, or maybe you won't reach that divine mission or that purpose, but you guys have done it. And this is what you're remembering. It's like tears, happy tears that are also coming from your soul. It's not just the human side of you. Very, very powerful. Some of you guys could be seeing is it centipedes? The really, really long, wormy thing. You could be seeing that everywhere. I want to get a message from this deck here. What joy. I said deck, but in my head it was switched to dick. So you guys, you'll have a new love coming in, and there's going to be a lot of chemistry. Maybe some of you have been like celibate for a while. We have here fawns. And no, they're not a dick. You've left those people in the past. Fawns and fire. This is it. Look at this breakthrough energy. Look at this sun. Look at the Christ consciousness. And you've claimed that spark, that sacred flame. Everyone has a sacred flame within them, but in a lot of people, it's completely out. There's not even like a little flame. It's just completely stamped out. This is what people were trying to do to you. You could have even had spell work that was done against you. If not, it's just like evil eye, envy, that crap that was thrown your way. It can also be the dark forces, because obviously Satan doesn't want to see people step up into their anointing and claiming your purpose and your destiny and having this balanced view of life. Like the dark forces want everyone in this energy attacking each other. Particularly all of the poor people, they want them dumb and blind, attacking each other and pointing the finger at each other, so they don't look and point the finger and be like, hold on a minute, why do billionaires exist? Why is everybody over here stuck in poverty? Why don't some children even have access to clean water and food? And why are these people over here hoarding all of this? They don't want people to start doing that. This is what you've reclaimed within you, your fire. And it's not only lit now, it's like this. This beautiful fire that is controlled, but it does look like it's uncontrollable, but it is controlled. You could have had a lot of people, like a lot of lovers in the past, who maybe tried to tame you. Who tried to keep you in this cage or box you. And for some of you, you may have allowed that to happen. And then you realize and you were like, oh my God, I'm losing my whole identity. And maybe that's why when you had those separations, when you had that divorce, when you had to let those people go, it literally felt like you were dying, because you had slowly been allowing yourself to die in those connections, and you'd only just realize when it closed out and when it ended, when you let go. So it can be very, very painful. But you've done it. You reclaimed yourself. You reclaimed your son. They want a poem. So let's get a poem for pile 1, Spirit. Some of you guys could be seeing the lily flower everywhere. A poem for pile 1. Thank you. We have here, for some reason, my ring has just completely come off my finger, as if I had it on like all day. It fit my finger fine. As soon as I sat down to do your reading, I noticed it was really, really loose, like it didn't fit my finger anymore. Some of you could have lost a lot of weight. You could have had a complete physical transformation. We have here, keep your chin up, little one. The mind isn't always safe like a loaded gun. Place your head on my chest. The way you have been feeling will lay to rest. Put on your best, pray 12 times, divide by 4. Light a white candle. My holy love is knocking at your door. From your crown to your feet, I bathe you in divine heat. The mind, body and soul crystallize. All the mistreatment and lies remove their disguise. Now bask in my holy light. It's like a wrapping up of the messages that were coming through in this reading. You are protected. You have done it. You have reached this state of enlightenment that you said you were going to do before you even incarnated. Extremely, extremely powerful. It's given chosen one because you stepped up and you claimed that crown and that anointing. Other people can do this too. Some of you guys, the numbers 12 and 4 could be significant. With this as well, and with the ring, how it's falling off, for those of you that were married in the past and you've gone through a divorce, that wasn't your person. It's like you're all seeing now, always seeing now. That was never my person. Maybe some of you guys like took your ring off. You could have thrown it in water or thrown it somewhere. Maybe some of you sold it. Others of you could have just given it back. But you're going to be meeting that person as well, for those of you, and you will be getting engaged, and this is your person, and that ring is going to fit perfectly. It's going to fit perfectly, and the two of you are going to be those puzzle pieces. Did you want any more? No. I want to get a sign that you could be seeing. So a sign to look out for pile 1. We have peace, harmony. And we have angel numbers confirmation. 12 is coming through again. You see, it's got the 1212. So you could be seeing that number everywhere. But here is your confirmation. You have found that peace within you. This is what you came here to do. To be that generational curse breaker. To work through all of that baggage. A lot of you took on other stuff that you didn't necessarily sign up for before you came to Earth. But you did it. Again, I feel like there's colour coming back to you, like in your appearance and the clothes you're choosing to wear. But do look out for certain angel numbers that are literally going to be slapping you in the face. For some of you guys, it could be 12, and you had 4 coming through, and 7 was coming through at the beginning of the reading. But that's all the messages coming through for pile 1. I hope it resonated with somebody. If you did want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video. Hello, pile 2. So let's get into your reading. You chose this Dolphin card here with Atlantis. And this card says, healing wisdom is surfacing. Stop and listen. I just keep hearing the word remembrance. And Spirit were putting 2 quotes within my head. So I got them up here. So let me read you the quotes. The first one that I was hearing was, no survivors, then who tells the stories, I wonder. And that quote is from Pirates of the Caribbean. So that movie could be significant to you guys. And then the other quote I was hearing was, don't play games with remembrance if there are things you try to forget. Don't play games with remembrance if there are things you try to forget. So I feel like you guys are having a lot of remembrance overall when it comes to childhood experiences, when it comes to past life, and basically past lives that you've had in Atlantis. I'm also here in Lemuria. And you could be having dreams where it kind of feels like you're underwater. And you know, sometimes when you're flying or when you are going underwater, or when you're on a train and you're going underground and your ears kind of pop. I'm getting that feeling. So maybe you guys are having these ascension symptoms that are going on around here, and basically to do with your ears. You could also be hearing like a ringing, a buzzing that isn't actually there. It almost kind of sounds like a bee, so you could be hearing that, but there isn't actually anything around. There is nothing there. This is an ascension symptom. It's like it's your brain and your higher mind that are rewiring and also reconnecting. And where Mother Earth, she's moving up on frequency, she's reprogramming all of her children. She's reprogramming every living thing in this earthly realm. That includes you. That's what's going on within you right now. But your higher mind is also connecting right now to your brain, to the physical brain. I feel like you could be going through an ego death, but it's not a heavy one. Or maybe you've been going through them like quite a lot throughout your life. You're like, okay, this ain't nothing. I got this. I got it this time. But I feel like you're going through an ego death, but it feels, because I'm feeling like a feather being like stroked on my arm. So now it just feels very, very light. So you have got this, and that's a testament to the healing that you have done and what you have overcome. So what needs to come through for pile 2 in terms of the joy that is coming into their life? So with this remembrance, Spirit is saying, it's allowing you to release a lot at a very, very fast rate. So like healing that it takes some people to do within like 2 years, you're doing it within 2 months. It's that sort of thing. You're going very, very fast paced. It also means for you supernatural abilities connected to this remembrance, connected to these past lives, these ancient civilizations on Earth that you had incarnations in. All of this magic that you honed within that lifetime, that's coming to the surface, but you're ready. Because sometimes this happens with people. You go through these awakenings and then like your body, your psyche, it starts to shut down. It's like, what the hell is happening? You're ready. Very, very ready. And anything in the past you were trying to forget, let's say, for example, you've gone through trauma, you were raised in dysfunction in your childhood, and you could have had like a lot of repressed memories, because I'm being shown a door like in your mind that you had marked with an X in the past, and you're like, I'm seeing this card. It was given 12 years old. That could be significant for someone, but it's given like a young teenager, so like 11, 12, before you're actually 13, and then you become a teenager. And so you're like bracing yourself to walk through this door, and then you opened it, and it's like this scary monster came out. They look like the monster that's in Monsters Inc. And you're like, hold on a minute, why was I so terrified of you? You're not scary. And this could be a metaphor for a parent or someone within your family, one of those people you had to call auntie or uncle, but they weren't actually blood related. They could have been the one who abused you or tried to like put you down and keep you from shining your light, keep you from stepping into who you actually are. This monster was there. You're like, you started bursting out laughing. You're like, you're not scary. Why was I scared of you? Why did I mark this with an X? Why did I repress this memory? That's what's coming forward here. Monsters Inc. could also be significant for you, that cartoon. So what else does pile 2 need to hear? We have Snake Kundalini Rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. So you're having this Kundalini awakening. A lot of powerful spiritual supernatural abilities are going to be rising to the surface in you. For a lot of you, this could be to do with your sight. Some of you guys could be in the music industry. Or this is like where part of your purpose lies, within the music industry. Maybe some of you write music, or you could be producers and you make beats. And you're going to be unique at it. Because you know in this day and age, there's a lot of people copying people out here. Nobody seems to sound the same. And you know you've got music that came out decades ago that people are now using now. And the younger generations don't realise this. They think this is like a whole new song and a whole new beat. And the older generations are like, this was this song back in my day. But it's like you're going to be creating something that is going to be unique that other people haven't heard before. That's also what's coming through. This could just be the downloads and the codings that you will be speaking, the truth you will be speaking if you're not in the music industry. But you're going through a very, very powerful Kundalini arising. But again, it's like soft. Again, I keep feeling like a feather is being stroked on my arm. So maybe you guys are feeling this. And you know when sometimes a passed over loved one comes around you, your hairs can stand on end. But it feels more like a very, very light stroke. And you know that they're there. They're right there. They are right there. That could be something you say because they kept repeating it. Or you've just been feeling it. And it's a certain passed over loved one. And you know they're right. They could have worn a hat. Something about hat coming through as significant. You know, one of those hats are kind of like... I don't know how to explain it. It has the border that goes all the way around it, and then the top part, one of those hats, like a hat like a gentleman would wear. And I'm hearing these old cats. What else, Spirit? So with this Kundalini arising, and obviously it's going to be awakening your gifts, but also your creative expression. I feel like you're going to be putting something out there that's going to be bringing in money. And now for people see that you're unique, and they're using the word unique. I wanted to say authentic. They're like, no, unique. Something very, very unique about what you're about to create or put out in the world or share when it comes to truth. This could be things and sightings that you are seeing. Please remember right now that you're going to be seeing a lot of sightings that are coming from the Most High God in the sky. But there's also going to be a lot of illusion and a lot of AI. And this is where you need to use your intuition and your discernment to know what is true and what is real. And that's why you guys are going through this awakening at this fast pace. And you will know. It's like other people who are confused about it, I feel like they would go to you or they would ask you because they know that your intuition and your discernment is second to none. It's given leader for pile 2. Like, you guys are natural born leaders. We have frog. Stepping into your power. Don't take a backseat in your story. It's time to step up. Exactly. There's your confirmation. You're a leader. You've got your stripes back and you've got your colour back. I feel like this is the pile you feel like where you've been through a lot of trauma. And you're going to be that person where you don't look like what you've been through. Like, your eyes, it's always in the eyes. The eyes have that youthfulness. They have that glow. They have that spark. You didn't allow yourself to be dimmed. Some of you guys could have been through physical abuse. Maybe you were jumped in your younger years. That's coming through for someone, because I'm seeing people just like beat on one person. Or this again could be like a metaphor of other people all your life trying to push you down. This could be your own family members. So the joy that is coming in for you guys, because obviously when you step fully into who you are and you claim all these supernatural abilities, the right people, they're going to see you who also hold these same abilities. So you meet more of your soul family. But this is what you've been working on. I feel like for your part, you've been trying to reawaken your psychic abilities. You've been wanting to have this remembrance of the past lives. You've been wanting to understand and be curious, to put the puzzle pieces together of you and of your soul and of why you're here right now. There's so many people still walking around being like, why am I on earth? Why am I here? And you're about to get that answer for you. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing to lead, to be the change. Field mouse, success. Believe in yourself and dare to dream big. Another confirmation. You're a very, very powerful leader. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of people who will be following you. And you see here, with this card, oh, there's so many dolphins. Like this is your soul tribe. I feel like your soul family is bigger than you think. And you do have a powerful connection to Atlantis, to Lemuria, to dragons. You hold dragon energy. Very, very powerful. And other people would look at you and they wouldn't see this. They don't see the dragon. And they won't see the dragon until they piss you off, or until that creative energy really needs to come into the surface, and a protective energy. Some of you guys could be seeing mouse everywhere. Not in the physical, like photos of mouse, particularly of mouse and they're there with cheese, because I'm seeing them eating at the cheese. Be careful who you're choosing to share your blessings with that are coming in for you. You see this harvest? Look at this harvest that's coming in for you. And you're at the top. You can see when the enemy is coming, but this is the thing. There's going to be some sly ones going to try come from the back, which again is why you've been working on your psychic nature. Or your spiritual core have been fast tracking you with this, because they know there's going to be these sly people who are going to be trying to come in and be like, oh, can I get a piece of that? Can I have a piece of your cheese? Just a little square. They need you to say no. You're going to know who to say no to and who to say yes to, because obviously when you pull yourself up to a higher point, you come into this success, particularly financial success, you're going to want to share that with people you love, right? With family and friends who are actually family and friends, and you will. But there's going to be people around you who are trying to wear a mask. They're going to they keep doing like a sneaky, slyly try come in behind you. But they don't realize you got eyes in the back of the head. Not only that, your ancestors and your spiritual core are scanning. I'm just showing a scanner, and they're watching everything. What else, Spirit? Let's get one more card for the collective from this deck. Okay, we've got two. We have here, Bear, you are the light. Because you are this powerful light. You are the sun. I feel like when people are in your presence, you're very, very warming. You could be like a big bear. Maybe you're like a bit more stocky. You have like a bit more meat on you. Or you could be quite tall. It's like when you hug people, they just feel like they're protected and they're held. But that's your energy. It's like you're the divine shield. And I connect the divine shield with men or with divine masculine energy. But it doesn't matter if you're a woman and you're more in your feminine. You still have this protective energy about you. You still have this shield. And I'm hearing that song, I Am My Mother's Daughter. That song is coming through. And I'm hearing like drumming. You guys are really being awoken and activated into who you are. And you're going to remember which countries and which land you have stepped on before. Spirit always say as well, you need to be walking on certain lands and visiting certain countries and certain sacred sites, because then you get downloads and codes from the ley lines. But it's like you guys can do this now without actually going physically there. Like, it's like remotely connecting to the ley line and pulling these information, this wisdom and this knowledge up from Mother Earth. I feel like that's what you're doing. And you could be doing this from a country that has a lot of mountains and has like a lot of powerful indigenous energy. Like shamanic. We have Canada's coming through, but also Russia. Crane, surrender. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. And this is what you're doing. You're seeing from that higher perspective. Again, you see all of this. You see all the dolphins here. And then you see all these birds here. Birds of a feather flock together. You're about to be meeting a lot more people. And these are like kindred spirits. These aren't people who are just going to be like acquaintances. Like this is going to be family, because you see them, you remember them. Like, I've known you before, I've loved you before, I've had lifetimes with you before. Obviously, you want to be getting to know people at a human level. Again, there's something significant about mountains. Maybe you live somewhere with a lot of mountains. You could be moving or traveling. What else, Spirit? What joy is going to be entering the life of pile 2? Don't be afraid to use your supernatural abilities. And you're going to know when it's time to be sharing certain knowledge that the Most High has told you, or Mother Earth has told you. You know when it's time. Some of you guys could have a very, very powerful connection to dragons. And people are starting to talk about dragons again and having sightings of dragons, because they did exist. They do exist. What else, Spirit? So when it comes to the occult, there's a lot of things that are hidden in plain sight, but there's a lot of things that are hidden. They're hidden out of the public eye and public view, and they're supposed to be stayed hidden until the right people have risen themselves up to the right frequency, and it's like that vault opens, or they get handed that book from Spirit. It's like, this is what is happening with you guys. So you watch out for new spirit guides that are coming into your dreams. They're introducing themselves to you, because they stand and they exist at a certain frequency and a certain gate, and you have to pull yourself up to this frequency to get to this gate, and you've done that now. So there is going to be new kinds of knowledge and wisdom that is coming through you that maybe you didn't speak about before. You didn't know, you didn't remember. It's been there, but you didn't remember. Mountain. Can't make this stuff up. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Something very, very significant about mountains, because you're at the mountain's peak. Well, we're in a spiritual warfare right now, and we have been at the mountain's peak for a while. But it's like you're at the peak. You're seeing things that other people aren't seeing. And I'm staring at all these stars here, and they're pointing again. Your soul's tribe, your soul's tribe. So maybe you're about to be meeting like quite a few new people in your life. It could be like new colleagues if you start a new job, or you start putting yourself out there and making money when it comes to your abilities. And this is going to bring in like clients who turn out to be friends. It's like that sort of thing, because they're part of your soul tribe, and they're on a similar path. You're going on the same trajectory. They're wanting to go higher and higher and higher as well. And it's not going to be those people who are going to try and be like sneaky and steal off you or envious of you. This is your people, and you're going to know who you can trust. 22, you could be seeing 22 everywhere, because they're going to shine as bright as you. They're going to have a similar light to you, a glow as well. When they walk into like places and spaces, people turn their heads and look at them too, because they got it. They got that aura like you. Because you know, sometimes in like friendships, there can be like this quiet competition. When one person is like more shiny and gets more attention, it's not going to be that, because you guys are made up of the same stuff, the same stardust. You could come from the same star system if you resonate with being a star seed. Particularly, you know, those star seeds that look like cats, that look like lions. Is it Lyran? Lyran's coming through. Thank you. Abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success and prosperity. You're going to be celebrating with your people, with your family. From all different walks of life, different ages, different races, different cultures. But you see each other, you understand, you speak the same language. You could be from like opposite ends of the earth, different mother tongues. You speak the same language. These are your people. You're going to feel at home. You're going to feel loved. You're going to be seen. You're going to be adored. You're starting a completely new cycle, and this cycle is your cycle of prosperity. Done with the struggle, done with being the generational curse breaker and closing out all these cycles. You're done with that, and you're moving into more of an ease and more of a flow. Did you want any more from this deck? No? What else does pile 2 need to hear? Thank you. We have the Sun, and that flew out with woman holding a heart. I don't think you realize how soon you're going to be meeting the right people now. And this is obviously going to be romantic and platonic. And also like colleagues, people you're going to work with. Maybe you're going to be like starting a business with friends. And it will take off the ground quicker than you guys anticipated. Because I feel like you're used to, and your soul tribe, you've been through the same sort of wounding. But you're used to things moving very, very slow. You're used to having the spirit of delay in your life, right? Wreaking havoc, playing around with your timeline. That's not going to happen anymore. That's being removed. You could be seeing 11, ones everywhere, repeating ones. The sun has a 1 on. So did the abundance. But this is that confirmation. You are stepping into this holy grail, into this cup overflow, into meeting people who are going to bring a lot of joy and happiness to your life, who are going to add value to you and your life and you them. It's rooted in love. The foundation is the heart chakra, and that's true. That's what's truth. You could be seeing butterflies everywhere. Some of you guys, some of you could love to wear like a bow in the back of your hair. And some of you could have really long hair. I'm also getting like a bald head. So maybe some of you guys have a bald head. Or someone who's about to come into your life. They could be bald. But I am getting age gaps. When it comes to your soul tribe. Again, they're saying age gap. There's different races, different cultures, different mother tongues. But you are the same. Because you are of the sun. You are of Christ. See the baby here. They're pointing to the baby. So for some of you, you could be coming together and meeting that right person for you and having a child together. But it's like you're going to be birthing something. I'm getting more of like a creativity. You're going to be very, very fertile. But you're going to be creating something. And I feel like it is to do with work. Because it's going to be bringing in money. But not only that, you're going to be fulfillment. It's going to bring in that fulfillment. That you won't feel like you're chasing something. You need to be this. You need to reach this point in life. You're going to feel very, very satisfied and fulfilled in what you are doing and who you are and who you're around, who you're surrounding yourself with. Daughter value, victory. Yeah. Your money is going up. Not only that, you're going to be doing work that is like God's work. You guys could be seeing the horseshoe symbol everywhere, which is connected to luck. It's also connected to protection. And again, you have that protective energy. You are that divine shield. It's like a warrior of God that is given. I'm tuning into a warrior of God. And this is what I'm seeing, like angels fighting on the other side in the like archangel realm and the angelic realm. They're at war. They're fighting. And you were once part of that when you was on the other side. So like you know how to fight. And you know that in order to fight, you need to be armored up, but you need to have your spiritual tools. You need to pick up your spiritual tools and fight. My ancestors always say that. This is what you guys have been doing, which is why you had to have this remembrance triggered and triggered fast, because we're at the peak of war and stuff in the physical right now. It's getting crazy. So your ancestors, your spiritual court, they wanted to make sure that you were armored up, that you would be protected. But not only that, you could protect other people around you. So that I feel like there is money coming. Maybe there's a windfall of money coming in. Some of you guys could win something that's going to bring you a lot of joy. Like the lottery. Some of you guys could win land. I'm getting land. Or maybe you have land that is given to you. Like through an inheritance. And there is other art. I was about to say archangels. There is other earth angels in this realm. Maybe it's like an archangel in human form. But there's other earth angels in this realm who are about to be given back. Those who've already pulled themselves up and they have money. They're about to be given back to other archangels. Invest in them. Because the Most High is asking them to. You're about to be seeing how the Most High God is moving through his earth angels. Is moving through his children. How more people are going to be generous with you. And how you're going to be generous when you come into this money. That's how it works. Like a domino effect. Somebody reaches out their hand and helps you. When you're trying to like get your business off the ground, for example. And then when you've done it, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be giving back as well. And I heard giving back to the community. So maybe you'll donate when you come into this money. When you have more money. They want me to show you again. Maybe some of you guys are in disbelief that you're ever going to get past the financial struggles that maybe you're still dealing with now. You will. This door is opening. This door to abundance, to prosperity is opening. Now you also have the sun. And then you've got abundance here. And a lot of people, it's like I keep getting people that are like flocking to you. Maybe some of you guys are going to be like well known within your community with what you do. Could be online. What else does pile 2 need to hear about the joy that's going to be entering their life? I feel like your clear audience is going to be really coming on board. So that's like the clear hearing spirit very, very clearly. Look, you can't make this stuff up. You guys have got coins, good luck. And that's thrown out with the sunflower action. It's just like confirmation in different decks. The same cards coming out of what you can expect is about to be entering your life. The sun, the literal sun. Maybe some of you guys are about to be having a son. But there's abundance coming into your life. You could be finding coins everywhere. Some of you guys could have a lucky coin. And you could have a coin that you play with and you kind of flip. I'm getting someone flipping a coin and pushing it, twirling it between their fingers. You could do that. Or maybe someone significant in your life could do that. And this person could be about to be coming in. Maybe you haven't met yet. I'm staring at 2020. On this card here it says 2020. So maybe you've been struggling when it comes to money. You could have been living paycheck to paycheck and just about meeting rent and your bills and food since 2020. But also since 2020, that's when my spiritual court was saying, you're at the peak now. Humanity is at the peak now. And we're still in this peak. So you could have been feeling that as well. And you're about to be liberated. I'm staring at the liberty. You're about to be liberated for your struggles. The sun is coming in. Maybe you guys are seeing sunflowers everywhere. Some of you guys could work with Oshun. Oshun, but I'm hearing royalty. So it's at a soul level. You've now become this royalty because you've activated more of you. No, this deck here. And I get a few cards for pile 2. Thanking you. We have star. You are a star. This is what you've claimed. Look at this beautiful light. And you are pulling it in down to earth. So you are pulling it from like your higher self, integrating it into your physical body. You guys could be having dreams where you're seeing eyes. It's almost like an owl's eyes. Also looks like a dragon's eyes. Dragon's eyes, that's what it is. You could be having dreams that you're seeing a dragon's eyes. There's a lot of eyes on you, both in the physical and on the spirit. Or there's about to be a lot of eyes on you. A lot of like ascended masters. Different types of angels have been watching you, and light beings have their eyes on you. There's a lot of eyes on humanity right now. But particularly those who are claiming themselves and claiming their power, not falling for the bullshit, who are seeing through the illusion and breaking free. There's a lot of eyes on the souls who are doing this, who are truly ascending and evolving. They were claiming that light back. Who are coming home to themselves. That includes you. What else, Spirit? For pile 2. Thank you. We have Empress. You see that? Look at the crown. Royalty. You are royalty. I feel like you really, this is the remembrance you've been having, but you're tapping into your divine feminine energy, where you're sitting pretty on your throne and you're allowing yourself to be that magnet and pulling things into you. Because when you shine like this, you're obviously going to be a magnet. That's why you got all these eyes on you. People can feel the energy and they can see it, whether they're conscious of that or not. Some of you guys could be seeing swans. Hold on. The door slammed. Right. What else for pile 2? Talking about this sign. Maybe you've been seeing this sign everywhere. I believe it's connected to Venus. The feminine and Venus. We have El Moya. Spiritual force field. Protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. This could be an ascended master that has his eyes on you. That is working with you, particularly with your crown energy, with your third eye. And with trusting the visions that you do get from the Most High and from Spirit and what you're seeing clairvoyantly. Trusting your dreams as well. Some of you guys are having dreams that are prophetic. So you're seeing things before it actually happens. This Ascended Master is saying trust that. Trust the inner Messiah and the inner Guru that is within you. Because it's really now coming to the forefront. You may have a lot of people that are coming to you for your advice, reading. Some of you guys could be readers too. And that flew out with Metatron and Saldaphon, sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. You are meeting more of your soul's tribe. For a lot of you, this is your twin flame. You'll be coming into physical union with your twin flame, but you're also coming into physical union with other people who are similar to you on the blueprint. So twin flame is a blueprint. It's an energy. You either hold it or you don't. You're either on that pathway of ascension or you're not. You hold that blueprint, and you're meeting other people who hold this blueprint. Some of you guys could be noticing like how your eyes are changing. So where your soul is really shining through more, you're noticing where your eyes are changing. Maybe they change color. Any more from this deck? No, they want to get a poem. So can I get a poem? Okay, that was quick. For pile 2, we have here, it's coming in very, very quick, whatever this is. Sooner than you think. They've been saying this for all of the piles, but this one particularly, very, very, very quick. We have weed and wine are our vices, still connected to God despite this. Negativity isn't welcome here. Demonic activity doesn't bother coming near. When you stand up and face your fears, cleanliness is next to godliness that can't be made any more clear. Dancing with the devil will leave one awfully dishevelled. Rise up and face the sun. Pray with an inner devotion. Live by the heart of a lion. Today the moon is in Leo. If you take a look through the keyhole, you'll see glory, worship and praise. There'll always be brighter days when you walk through struggle with grace. That's what you guys have done. So Leo, the sun, lion, this all coming through is significant. Maybe this summer has been very, very significant for you. In terms of meeting people who you were like, okay, these are my people. This is my person. This is my friend. This is my family. But maybe that's where you started really having this remembrance and seeing who you were, seeing who your soul is, seeing the power and the light that comes from your heart. I want to get one more poem for pile 2. We got 2, so we have here this one. Walk towards the sun, your new timeline has begun. Through the archway, jump in the gold carriage, no longer carrying that old baggage. A double rainbow overhead, forgive but don't forget. Shake the magic 8-ball, it foretells a wave of good luck. Wish granted, never again will you remain stuck. A wish, a prayer is about to be answered for you. The sun, that kind of golden light is coming through, is very, very significant. Some of you guys could be seeing rainbows. What's coming in is going to take your breath away. What is coming in for you, your blessing next, is going to take your breath away. The King of Pentacles invited me into his home, the floor and walls made from solid gold. Take off your shoes, feel its power at your feet. As the energy moved through me, my heart skipped a beat. I'd always valued the richness within, but knew I was destined to be with this king. He took my hand and got down on one knee. The external richness you see lives within me. We are mirrors in this life, don't you see? It is by God's design our union has come to be. There's that confirmation for those of you that are coming into union with your twin flame, with your divine counterpart. But money is coming in with the King of Pentacles. Money is coming in. It's money is going to be here to stay. It's money you're going to build on and invest on and turn it into like generational wealth. For some of you, it's like someone's literally going to hand it to you. So maybe this is an investor who sees who you are, remembers who you are. They want to help you. They want to invest in your idea. But that richness that you carry within spirit, it's about to be reflected within your external reality. That's what's coming through very strongly here with pile 2. To do with finances, to do with money, to do with your work, your career. Anything else, Spirit? No, so that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video. Hello, pile 3. Let's hop right into a reading. So you chose this card here. Do you know what I'm hearing for you guys? Hello, darkness, my old friend. So you guys, maybe you keep hearing that everywhere. Or maybe you keep finding yourself in environments, you know, when you bump into people from your past, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And you have to make that small talk. It's like that is coming through. So maybe that recently kept happening for you guys. This is because Spirit was like removing people out of your life. And this does tend to happen, you know, like people talk about it during Mercury retrograde, but it's given that kind of energy where maybe like blasts from the past kept happening and people from your past kept popping up. But this is also that sign that you're moving into a new cycle, and your spiritual core and your energy, like the energy you now vibrate at, is pushing these people out of your life and out of your path, I'm getting. Someone's going to be smiling more. You could have like a naturally resting, moody face, bitch face, but you're going to be smiling more. So what does pile 3 need to hear, Spirit? I'm also hearing, here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, that Beatles song. Pile 3. It's like you're not going to be doing something alone anymore. You're going to have a companion, whether that's love, a friend, or this is like if you've been trying to conceive. That's way too many. Thank you. We have illumination that flew out with stillness. So maybe you've been spending a lot of time in isolation. I'm hearing monk mode. So maybe you do this thing where you go on your monk mode and you just completely lock in with you and what you are currently working on. This could be like to do with your physical body as well, when you're like staying in the gym and you've been working on your diet. But for a lot of you, I feel like you've been going within you. And maybe you were someone in the past who always said like yes to things. You were here, there, everywhere. You always had a lot going on and you were like, right, no. You could have got to that point of burnt out, or you could feel you were getting to that point and you were like, absolutely not. So you just came back to yourself. But there's this stillness and there's this peace that's going to be coming over you in your life. I'm hearing a peace of mind. So basically to do with your mind. So maybe if you were someone who had like troublesome or worrisome thoughts, I'm getting stress as well, and your nervous system being kind of out of whack, that's all coming into balance. And it's a still, like, quiet, very, very powerful balance that other people are noticing about you. Like, for example, if you're someone who was, like, quick to have a debate or get into an argument with someone when they said something that just pissed you off, you're like, right, and you could be someone who, like, goes off and cusses people all the time, and even you're shocked and you're noticing that when people are trying to get a rise out of you, you're like, nah, whatever, man. Maybe you're like treating these people with kindness and they're like, what the fuck? Because they're not used to that. They're used to you jumping down someone's throat, but you're not doing this anymore. You're coming back to you. I'm getting like shouting. So maybe like even in like relationships, when people weren't doing things you wanted them to do, basically like romantic partners, you would shout with them. Because I'm like hearing someone be like, take the bins out. You just take the bins out. Like stuff like this. You could have been doing that like day in, day out. Kind of like that naggy energy. And it's like when you come back to you and you focus on your healing, you focus on you, you're no longer in that energy. If someone's going to do something, they're going to do it. If they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. And then you choose whether you want to be around them. You choose whether you want to be in this connection, whether it's working for you, right? They want to go into poems. But the last two piles, I did poems at the end, but they want your poems now. So for pile 3, can I get a few messages? Thank you. So the first poem we have here is, they're each other's muse. The story goes they met at a kissing booth at a fete raising money. To him her lips tasted like honey. To her he was ever so funny. They were always meant to relate. God created their souls this way and prepared them for this special date. It was September the 8th, his late mother's birthday. Little did they know their son would be born in exactly a year. The infinity and snake became symbols they held dear. Only ever moving through the heart, nothing could ever tear their bond apart. She looked into his eyes and somehow knew. By September 17th, they jumped in with both feet. In sickness and in health, their love felt like a spell. But it wasn't too good to be true. The goddess of the moon met Christ in a man at a fated kissing booth in 2022. So 2022 could be significant. So could the 17th and the month of September, which we are in now. And Spirit were saying to me, this joy, these blessings that come into your guys' life is going to be happen very soon. I mean, when I'm recording this is like the 30th of August, so we're about to be moving into September. Something is happening for you guys in September, and I do feel like it's this peace. This card here, also, when I'm reading this, right, it's thrown me off because my eyes were doing a madness. It's like the words were going like big and small and big and small. Maybe you guys wear glasses, or you're about to be getting like new glasses. Maybe your prescription is changing because your eyes could be like healing. So this work you're doing, it could be healing yourself on a physical level. You could be noticing like something with your eyesight is going to shift, it's going to change. You can also do this with fasting. So maybe some of you guys have been fasting, you've been changing your diet, and you're seeing how this is affecting your eyes. You could also be doing less screen time. But the words and the sentences were literally going small, they were going big, and it was like focusing in, and it was like magnifying so I could see things more clearly. That's also it. Where you've been in this illuminated state, you're seeing things more clearly. The world around you, other people around you, the connections that you were in. Some of you guys could have been through a separation this year. It is the year of endings, but also of beginnings. And I feel like you're about to be meeting that person who's more right for you. I said meeting, and it's like muting, wanting to come out, like muting. So maybe this person you were with in the past, they just want you to stop talking, stop nagging, stop muting. But this is the thing, you wouldn't have to do that if they were just pulled their weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Spirit, like, don't get into that. But you wouldn't have to do that if they just pulled their weight and done what they needed to do. But you want a match, and you see that now. We have here, she's a nurturer and a catalyst in one. When her will is decided, it cannot be undone. When she weaves her energetic web, the magic is done. Under divine law, out of reach to certain masculine's claws. She obeys her soul, questioning life's mysteries, never takes its toll. Dives deep into the unknown, her eyes tell secrets only the Akashic knows. When loved and protected, she glows. If she's ever uncertain, the heart always knows. So this is you tapping into your divine feminine power. And realizing why past connections didn't work. And this doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but you're tapping into your divine energy. And Mother Mary is coming forward here. Some of you guys could be seeing spirits. You know, sometimes you would see like light at the corner of your eye, like a being, but also like a shadow. You could be seeing spirits like this at present. So I do feel like your clairvoyance and your mediumship ability is coming more online. The more you were standing still, the more your gifts are unable to come online. And not only that, some of them could have been lingering up here in the ethers and they're being pulled into your body. Some of you guys could experience soul fragmentation, where maybe you've been through trauma, whether in this life or in a past life, and parts of your soul kind of fragmented and splitted off in order to protect your psyche. It's like you've been claiming parts of you back. So you could have been someone who done like a lot of traveling within your life. You could have also traveled people. I'm getting traveled people. So maybe you were like in one relationship and then you came out of that into another, and you've really been taking time to be just with you and be still and get to know you and be very, very curious about you, like what actually makes you tick. Because I feel like you focus on other people, like, oh, how can I help this person, how can I heal this person, what makes this person tick? And Spirit have been asking you, no, you come back to you. What makes you tick? How can you heal you? What do you actually like? What don't you like? Did you want another poem? I'm going to get another one at the end. I want to use this deck here to get more on this for the collective. For this pile is given, particularly with the 2, you're going to be meeting that right person for you. And again, this could be the love of your life. It can be a friend who is going to be like home, like that family member. This could be a child coming through. But firstly, you had to be like very, very still. And they're saying again, there's something with sight. In stillness, that's how you see. That's how you see. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, because everything else around you just quietens and then you start seeing through the fog. Because I keep staring at this card here and you see it looks kind of foggy. And then there's an opening here and you start to see the trees and all of the nature. So something is being cleared from your eyes, from your auric field, and you're going to start seeing in a way that you haven't seen before. Like maybe your perception of this world and of life itself is literally going to shift. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And with Archangel Gabriel, I love this card here because he announces like divine union. He's going to announce physical unions coming together. You guys could be seeing like angel shapes within the clouds. Maybe you've seen the trumpet, like Gabriel's trumpet. But with this, you seeing more clearly, it's going to strengthen your throat, your communication, how you express yourself. Maybe you struggled with this in the past, particularly with past like romantic connections, and not necessarily speaking up for what you want, is being heard. You struggle with being heard. That's what's coming through with this pile here. What else, Spirit? Jeez. We have the thinking woman. So you've really been like pondering on who you are and who you want to be. And you were called to do this. You've been called to come into this hermit mode, into this monk mode. You've been called to focus on you, because that's how you get to your future self. If you're just charging and going and you're a busy bee, you don't always see like up the hill or a clear pathway going ahead. And it's like you realize this and you're like, right, okay, what am I doing? Let me just stop here. And you know when you're on Google Maps or you're on your maps and sometimes it goes out of whack, you have to press recenter. It's like that's what you guys have been doing. You've been pressing recenter. And I'm staring here at her stomach, and for a second it looked like it was big, that she was pregnant. So maybe you guys are pregnant and this is what's caused you to do this. You're about to become pregnant. And you're like going to be reevaluating your whole life and everybody around you. We have here a woman holding a coin. Again, there's a lot of powerful divine feminine energy that is coming through. And I feel like you guys are really tuning into the truths of the womb itself. I'm hearing the womb itself, the womb of time and space. So you're really tuning into Mother Earth and what she right now is trying to teach humanity. She wants us all to slow down, to slow down, to get our bearings and just pull our energy back instead of easily being harvested and being siphoned, right? Because you're seeing this, the crap that's going on in the world right now. You're like, why is everyone just reacting? Why is everyone giving their energy? And at some point, you were doing this in the past. They're saying the answer to that, you look at you, like a few years back, why were you doing that? Because you weren't seeing clearly. That's what it is. You always know the answer, but when you've healed and you're looking at it, or you're looking at your past self, you're looking at people who are still at where you used to be, you can still get baffled. You're like, what the fuck? We have here 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. There's a lot of Archangel energy that's coming through strongly with you guys. You could be seeing feathers everywhere, or like wings, and seeing pictures with wings, and there's something about seeing it in the clouds, in the sky. But obviously this 7th chakra, that's the crown. So you guys are very, very tapped into the Most High God. You're being obedient. It's like you're being obedient to Spirit. They're telling you to do this, to do that, and you're doing it because you know they're not going to steer you wrong. You know that's that unconditional love. It's often that love that you don't experience in the physical body from another human being. But a lot of you guys are about to. Whether, again, this is going to be the love of your life, a child, a friend that is home. It's a prayer answered. You guys have been praying. You could have written down, like, what do I want in a person? What do I want in a friend? Like when you were preparing and getting ready for conceiving your child. But a lot of you guys could be writing down. I feel like there's a lot of power in your hand and in your pen when you write. It's like when you write, you're writing a prayer, you're writing a spell, but it's like it materializes because I'm being shown you write on the pages and then the words are sort of coming off the pages, but it's been taken away and turned into holy light, and it's been taken to the spirit realm. So they're working on it for you. What you guys have been written down, have been petitioning, Spirit is working on it for you. That's about to be coming in a lot sooner than you think. So maybe you only just did this. You could have just did this like a few days ago, and you're going to be surprised how quickly what you asked for is going to be answered. It's going to be given and handed to you. But that's a testament to who you are today, to the work you've been doing. So when God told you to no, you need to stop. You need to go home. Turn your ass around. You're not going to the party. Put down that tequila shot. You know what I mean? He's telling you to go home. Focus on yourself. Just be in meditation. Be in stillness when you didn't always want to do it and you did it anyway. That's not gone unnoticed. And you're at a very significant point within your Akashic records right now. We have blossoming abundance. That's what's coming in for you. Your spiritual inheritance, your flowers. This is coming in for you right now. Some of you guys could be seeing fairies. Like feel very, very connected to the elemental realm, and with like elves is coming through as well, but particularly fairies. They could have first appear as an orb. So at first you could think you're seeing like the spirit of a passed over loved one, or like an angel, that sort of way, an ascended master. And then it's like you see in the orb and it's a fairy. And again, fairies connected like fairy dust and like wishes being granted. It's like it's being sprinkled on you right now. This deck here. So what else does pile 3 need to hear right now, Spirit? This is what it's going to feel like when you meet this person that's coming in, this companion. That's what it's going to feel like fairy dust. And they're showing me Tinkerbell now. So maybe you would watch Peter Pan as a child. But it's like when you come together with this person, they're going to connect you to your inner child. And you're going to feel more like energized and youthful again. And you can be like your silly, goofy self. If it's like love, it's like being 17 again. Having that first love and being a teenager and like sneaking around from your parents, that sort of thing. And then obviously if you're having your child coming through, children are always going to connect you to your inner child. Because you see yourself in them. You see who you were as a child in them. But then they're also their own person. And it's very, very healing. We have fire. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. And I do feel a very grounded energy from this pile. Like you're very grounded right now in you. Maybe you went to someone to help pull you into your body more. You could have gone to like a Reiki healer, for example. But I feel like a lot of you've been doing that yourself when you've been asked to go into that monk mode. And this is now what's going to be awakening within you, that fire. That Ares energy that the god of war is coming through is very significant. Obviously right now in this physical world we are at war. And physical war seems to be happening in more countries all over the world. But you're tapping into that protective energy. And you've picked up your spiritual tools. And you're going to fight. Because this is the thing. You have to go into this place to remember who you are. to truly see what is going on right now, so you can pick up the right tools, because they're showing me a computer game. You know, if you're playing one of those fighting games and they give you like different weapons you can choose from, but you got to get yourself to certain levels. Got to collect, for example, let's say golden coins, then you can get this gun here. You get more of these golden coins, then you can get this proper machine gun over here. It's like, this is what you guys have been doing, and you're on this machine gun and you're picking it up. You're like, I need this tool, I need this shield, I need this, that, and you're arming yourself in your energy and in your spirit. Maybe some of you guys have been worried. You're like, okay, how do I protect me if I have children already? If you're bringing more children into this world, how do you protect them essentially from this world? That's what you've been realizing when you've been in this stillness. And you're realizing the answer is actually within the divine feminine energy for you. For other people, it's going to be in the divine masculine. For this pile, it's in the divine feminine energy. That's your armor. We have star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. Now, you've been claiming your light back. Some of you guys could be stargazers. You really enjoy looking at the stars. You could have a telescope. Or maybe this person that's coming into your life, as I said that, a romantic or business opportunity is indicated, proposal. You got the 2 rings here. There's definitely a union, a commitment coming in. Maybe this person is a stargazer, but I'm seeing a telescope. Someone looking through a telescope. So like the eyes and sight and how you're seeing and perceiving this world is coming through as a significant theme for this pile. Did you want any more from this deck? One more, please. Thank you. Chariot. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. See, this is what happens when you've been in that monk mode, when you've been hermit and isolating. Then when you come out of that, you normally move very, very fast. So this is what's going to happen for you guys. You're going to be pushed now. Going to be pushed forward into this golden carriage. They're showing me the scene from Cinderella where the fairy godmother comes when Cinderella's crying, and she does that. I'm hearing the bibbidi bobbidi boop. She like clicks her fingers or like flicks her wand, and then the pumpkin turns into this beautiful carriage. That's what I'm being shown. It's like you guys are Cinderella and you're at that point of giving up. You're like, what the hell? And you're going from rags to riches. Something about you guys going from rags to riches, not just in terms of like finances, but in your partner who is loving you. Who is loving you, who is seeing you. This is also friends. And maybe you're going to be having that level up and the upgrade of friends. You could have had friends in the past who always like struggled with money. Maybe they're always like kind of in poverty. Now you're going to be meeting people who have got it like that. I'm hearing they've got it like that. Like they can snap their fingers. They do their wand. They sprinkle some fairy dust and then they get what they want. But that's because they've done the work to come into alignment. Not necessarily they're getting what they want. They're getting what was theirs. What's meant for them. What's destined for them, you know. So I feel like you're going to be coming into connections with people who are going to teach you a lot about yourself, but about this material world. You could also be that person for somebody else. What else, Spirit, for pile 3? Horus, manifestation vortex. Belief makes manifest, thoughts attract and create. Exactly. So you're materializing something you've really been working at and wanting and praying for and wishing is coming into the physical. Your external reality is actually going to change. Because I feel like you have been really working. I had your eyes set on something for like quite a few years now, and it just wasn't happening. Or it was almost getting off the ground. It was kind of moving. You were like, yes, it's happening. Yes, I've done it. And then it would just slow down again. You're like, what the fuck? And this is when you got to the point you're like, okay, God, Most High, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just be still, just sit. You're like, what? Because like, let's say, for example, if you're on social media and you're like, okay, I need to post, because the more I'm posting, the more likely that people are going to see me. Or it's more likely that maybe the right person is going to watch my stuff. That could turn into a client. That could turn into me going viral, something like that. But actually what your guides were wanting you to do was to just stop. Even if it was just for a few days, just to stop and pull back your energy. Because sometimes you can have your eyes set on something. You can be so focused. What's that saying? It's like you're sitting there and watching a pot of water boil. But you haven't even turned it on. Because I'm showing the hob. And it's like when you sat back and you were like, well, why isn't the water bubbling yet? Why isn't it hot yet? You sat back and you're looking. You're like, oh, right. Yeah, you like turn it on, and then it happens really, really fast. But that's the energy that's coming through. So I'm thinking about your eyes and about your sight. Maybe you're noticing how your eyes are literally changing. And do you know what it is? You know, sometimes if you go into like these arcade kind of places and they use the fluorescent, they use the different kind of light, you could notice under those lights, your eyes look great, mad, like all these different colors. Even like this, you see with their eyes, they both got similar eyes. But that's your soul shining through. And maybe you can't see it and other people are looking at you and are like, what the hell? What's going on with your eyes? You could also be working with like a light therapy, or even like within your home, you can get bulbs that change colour. You could be noticing when you're not using the normal bulb, your eyes are doing a madness. That's coming through is significant for someone. So that's like the eagle. The eagle and the owl, they're birds that are coming through is significant for you guys. Maybe you see them everywhere. They could be like a significant spiritual totem animal on your journey. Mahavata Babji, spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. That's what you've done. And when you understand the inner working, you understand the outer working, or why something wasn't working, why something wasn't getting off the ground. That's what you're seeing. That's what's about to happen. Your life is about to move. See? It's all going to come in at once and come flying out. They say things come in threes. Kafumi, initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. And you have this glow about you. You could already be noticing that. You see here as well, like a golden holy light, like a fire, like a ring of fire. You're in this ring of fire. You are protected by the Most High. And He's put this fire around you. Jeez, he knocked over my mic. People are going to be almost as if they're looking through you. They're not looking through you. They're looking at your energy field and your aura around you. So you could be noticing that people are looking at you, but they're not looking at you. They're kind of looking off. And you could be like, well, what's going on? They're staring at the energy field, the light, the aura that is around you. The ring of fire. They're staring at it. They can see it. But they don't understand why they're drawn to you. They don't understand what they are seeing. So you could be like minding your business. You're out and about. You're on like public transport. You're taking your dog for a walk, whatever. You could have people who are looking. You know, sometimes like people look and they like eye contact. And they're trying not to look because they don't want to be that weirdo. But they're just gonna be looking. But it's kind of looking off because they're looking at what's around you. There's a lot going on within your auric field. What else, Spirit? Or pale 3. Thank you. There's going to be some people who are trying to put you off your path, or who don't want you to see this illumination about yourself. They're being dealt with, I heard, by your ancestors, but it's like a heads up that there are people who are, you probably already know this, there are people who are trying to want you to stay small. Don't want you to shine, to see this fire about you. Merkaba. So this is Archangel Metatron who is coming forward here and asking you to get into your Merkaba, into your light body for your protection, to protect yourself against these kinds of people. They may not be people at all. It can be like entities, like the dark forces in general. Because when you come into your power, into your light and into your anointing, that's a loss on their end. Because that brings the pendulum back into balance. It brings humanity back into balance. And there are those who have an agenda. They don't want people to be balanced. They want people to be confused, lost, at each other's throats, pointing the finger at the wrong people. What else, Spirit? Jeez. One at a time, please, for pile 3. They're saying take your time, take your time. You've got time to shine. You have time to shine. This one, dragon. So you're connecting to this dragon energy. And the divine feminine, and the fact that you have, some of you guys have a stinger. I'm being shown a scorpion, but you have a stinger. Like if a demon was to come towards you, you would just sting them, you would just take them out. You would like paralyze them in their tracks. That's what's coming through. Some of you guys could have like spiritual gifts as being an exorcist. And maybe you're noticing as well, like, obviously these demons, they can't get to you because you're protected. You've got this ring of fire around you. But they could try and move through people around you. And even that they have a hard time doing. Like using people who are in your family, your friends, they have a hard time doing that. Not because those people have their protection as well. Because your stinger can still get them through them using this person. It's like your ring of fire. You extend this shielding onto people that you love. Like, ain't no way. Not happening to, I'm hearing, not today, Satan. Ain't no way. What else, Spirit? It's like, you see this, the rose here? Seen it as a snake that is going around its own eggs. It's like the people that you love, you kind of see them as your babies. Even if they're older than you, even if it's your parent, your grandparent. There's something about you that you feel you need to be this protector energy. It's because you are though in the spirit, but you kind of see them as your babies. You're like, that's my person, that's someone I love. You're not getting to them. I'm hearing, you're not having them, you're not getting them. And this could have been lying later, and it's what's coming up now. This? No? Thank you. We have the swan, because you're royalty. And it's also like the Most High God and certain archangels that would have been protecting you your whole life. Because of your purpose, because of your mission, because of this gift. Because they need you exercising certain demons out here. And they also need you around these people. Because again, it's like you wrap yourself around them. They're your children. They're in this egg. You shield other people. You could be seeing swans everywhere, dragons. Some of you guys could be seeing like dragons within the clouds. You could literally have a vision of seeing a dragon. What else, Spirit? Otter, initiations, be open through this transitional time. So you're going through a very, very powerful initiation. You see how still it is. It's just lying there, floating with the water. And with all the lily pads. And when you are doing this, it's like you're dreaming and you're awake. So you could feel like you've been in this long kind of meditative state. But that's what you have been in. That's what's going on within your energy and within your soul. Because you're being initiated like a birth. Before the actual physical birth, before your external reality shifts, and for some of you, before you actually conceive, because conception is also an initiation. And with conception, women have to commit alchemy, Spirit are saying. You guys could be seeing shells everywhere. May feel very connected to the water element. And also to the skies. I'm hearing the celestial skies, like a beautiful lit up starry night sky. I want to get some signs for you guys. Signs for pile 3, please, Spirit. You could be seeing the word initiation everywhere. Like I'm seeing someone on a train. Looks like an underground. There's like a poster that says initiation. But you could be noticing that you're seeing it everywhere. Firefly, wonder. Yeah, there's something significant about like the night sky and a lit up sky. Maybe you're going to be traveling, you're going to have the experience of seeing a beautiful lit up sky. Because like if you're living in a city, there's a lot of pollution and you don't tend to see stars. You can see like 1 or 2, but not loads. Like you do in certain areas, like New Zealand has come into mind. And a firefly. With this, I'm just getting a wish that is about to be granted. A beautiful gift and light that is coming into your guys' life. For many of you, it's to do with a person. And this is part of your destiny. This person is part of your destiny. This could be a lover, a friend, or a child that is coming through. And this hand here kind of looks small to me, like a child. So it's your destiny for those of you that have been trying to conceive, for this spirit baby to be coming earthside. You know this deep down, but when you've been trying for a while, it's natural to doubt. I mean, it's natural to doubt any dream of someone's that has been not coming in, or it's been kind of like teasing, like it's teasing, like you've been hand dangling, the bait has been dangled in front of you, trying to grab it, and you thought you had it, and you're like, wait a minute, and it's gone. Some of you could have felt like you were being teased by the Most High God. That's not what's happening. Obviously, with anything, it's divine time, and that can be annoying to hear, but that's what it is, divine time. They wanted to get some poems. And I get one more poem. We're going to close out the reading for pile 3. Thank you. We have Spirit walks with me. Wherever I go, my ancestors already be. I am them and they are me. Gratitude and worship are a necessity. I feed them and they watch over me. What has been and what will be, they speak through me, the wind and trees. You'll find me listening willingly. Ancestors, I rise up to meet you in me. So when you've been in this hermination, in this isolation, this is when you really come home to you. But this is when you've seen all of you. And it's like your ancestors are all standing there in the line from the first up until you today. They're all standing there in the line and you're looking and you're seeing yourself and different versions of yourself in these ancestors. But the stillness has been the key for you moving completely into this new timeline. It's been the key for you in this quantum leap that you guys are about to do if you haven't done it yet. Because there's something that feels very grounded as well about this pile. But again, September is coming through as significant for this pile. They're putting September in my mind. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.